What's up, YouTube? Hope everyone's having an absolutely blessed day today. So just out for a little ride. It's warmed up. It's about 60 degrees out this morning, or this afternoon I should say, and it's a beautiful day out. So my son came over and him and I decided to go for a little ride. What I wanted to talk to y'all about was, if you see here, I have the new bars and all on the bike. So what I'm running is the Thrashin 9.5-inch pullback risers. I'm running their gauge relocation kit. I'm running their top triple tree, and I'm running the high bend bars. Now I'm also, if you can tell right here, I've got their clamps, because you can't use your stock clamps on these bars. So what I wanted to do was kind of tell y'all what I'm thinking about them, how I like them compared to my factory 47s that I had on this bike, quality, all that. So what I'm going to do right now is do a quick walk around and show you guys what it looks like on the bike, and show you all a few of the other things I've done to the bike, and tell you all a couple of things I've got coming up for the bike also. But right now, let's go ahead and I'm going to insert a clip right here and just kind of do a walk around of the bike, and we'll be right back. So there's the bike. So as you can tell, this is what it looks like from here. Again, Thrashin 9.5-inch risers, the high bend bars. I'm running their triple tree, Thrashin triple tree right here. I've got this in the stock location for the bolt, so I can pull the two bolts out the bottom, flip these pieces, they slide up, just turn around and drop in the hole. There's a little stud on the bottom side here, and can drop that down, and I could actually move these back. I don't know if it's an inch and a half, something like that, but the holes are right there. So, but other than that, their gauge relocation, and y'all have seen the video what it looks like, but this is a really good setup. The bike feels a lot more nimble, and I kind of like the way it rides. It's pretty comfortable. It's a pretty comfortable ride. So anyway, there's a quick walk around of the bike. What I want to do now is tell y'all my thoughts on this setup versus a factory 47. So this setup right here, I will tell you, I feel makes the bike feel more nimble. Now that's not saying that the bike that I couldn't ride the bike with the factory 47s. That's because I could, but I will tell you the bike feels a little bit more nimble. When you're turning the bike, I catch myself now actually hitting the stops, right, sometimes, in some slow speed maneuvers. Now, I'm not a slow speed maneuver guy. I do practice every once in a while, and I'll bring y'all along for one of those videos. I don't do a lot. There's some really good guys out there, like Robert Simmons, Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle. I watch his channel. He does real good at talking you guys through some of that stuff, and there's some others out there that do pretty good. But what I have found myself is I actually hit my stops more frequently now than I did with the others. Now that could be just because when I'm turning the bike now, my arms aren't out this way as much, because I used to be out here, and now I'm in closer. I can't remember the exact specifications, but these are, I'm going to use round numbers, are roughly 30 inches, and the factory 47s are like 37, 38 inches. So I'm sure there's a little bit of differences in there, but anyway. So back to this. So the bike feels a lot more nimble. It feels sportier. So, but saying that, I know this is not a performance bagger, right? I might get there one day with the bike, but I don't know. But I will tell you, I like that. The factory 47s, I think that there was a comfort level to those that is just a little bit better than these. And when I say that, it's just the way that I sit on the bike. So I haven't been on any big long trips. I've rode this bike for a couple hours, 2.5 hours without stopping with these bars, and I don't feel uncomfortable. I don't feel any pinching. I don't feel tired, but it did feel, the factory 47s, I just felt a little bit like they were more comfortable. Now, on this triple tree right here, if you go to Thrashin's and if you buy this, I use the furthest holes, so in the stock location, right? I put them in there. The reason I done that is because I'm 6'1", and I felt that they might be a little too close, because I think they're an inch and a half back as the other set of holes. Now, saying that, I did have the factory 47s pulled back to me just a little bit. They were almost in line with the forks, but just a hair back towards me, so I had a little bit more bend in my elbows than what I have now. Now, saying that, it's just 2 bolts. I can unbolt those and move them back to the other holes. But I actually kind of like the way I feel on the bike now, and to be honest with you, it wouldn't be that much work, but I've already put these on. I've got everything Loctited and torqued the way they're supposed to be, so I just don't feel like fooling with it, and the bike again is comfortable. So the next part is why did I do this? Why did I change from the factory 47s? Well, the factory 47s I liked, and I could have just kept them on there, but I kind of like the way that the T-bar setup felt on my Lowrider S. Now, I had the same exact risers, the 9.5 inch pullback risers on my Lowrider S. I had the Lowrider S gauge relocation. Of course, if you go back and watch other videos, it's set up here. So with saying that, idiots, with saying that, I got really comfortable on the Lowrider S with the way that the bars sit. Now, I kept the factory actual bars and just changed the risers, so the bars were a little bit different, but they were, I would say, as close comparable to the mid-bend bars, Thrashin mid-bend bars, that you could technically get without buying the mid-bend bars. So I was very happy with them. But I liked the way the bike felt more nimble. And if y'all seen, I rode from Florida up to Tennessee to Tail of the Dragon. We done a bunch of riding up through there, and then back, and I didn't have any problems. I thought the bike rode great and was comfortable, and I liked that. So with saying that, I think that the bike felt good. So that is the main reason why I went to this. And another is, it makes the bike look a little bit different. Not everybody is running a T-bar setup on a road glide. There's a lot more of them out there now, but a lot of people, and I was one when I changed the bars. I went with the 8s. I like that look, but I wanted something different. You don't, well, if you go to the Harley dealership, you look in their used sections, most people go with the 8s, I'm going to call it, right? They go with that style taller bar. This is just a little bit different. So that is one of the reasons why I do it. Now, I did all the work myself. Now, I did not have to change any cables, brake lines, any of that. I actually, when I bought the factory 47s, I had them pre-wired, right? Trying to pull over those meat hooks and through those sharp angles. When I bought it for factory 47, I had them pre-wired. So that was a couple hours to install those. Very simple to install. I pulled all the wiring that is in these bars out of the factory bars that I still had, and this is all factory wiring and all. So for the 2021 model year, all the cables, the electrical, everything is 100% factory. Now, I want to in preference say this gauge cluster, when you buy this setup right here from Thrashin, it comes with an extension. I did not use that extension. I still have it, but that's because I got the gauges down low. If I would have pulled them up or brought them forward and had them trying to sit up here or another way, I probably would have had to use the extension. But I have plenty enough slack in the wiring that I did not have to use the gauge cluster extension. So saying that, with the setup that I've got on my bike, you do not have to change anything from the factory, or at least I did. So other than that, again, all factory. Why did I choose Thrashin over the other manufacturers? Well, to be honest with you, this was not a cheap setup. So if you go to Thrashin's website and you price out everything that you need, you're basically at a couple $1,000s. I bought mine, I don't know, a few months back, and somehow on there they had a 10% off deal going, and I ended up getting, I think, 10% off, whatever it was. So I saved a couple $100. But this setup with the bars aren't expensive. They're $150 just for the bars. But this setup, your risers is like, I don't know, right at $500. This gauge relocation kit's like $500 or $600. The triple tree's like $500 or $600. And also, it's not a cheap setup. I could have gotten something a little bit less expensive, and but this is what I actually like the best. And I had the Thrashin riser, gauge relocation, all that on my Lowrider S, and I was just very happy with the quality of it and all that. So that's why I went with that. And I'm running their bag right here, the little bar bag or whatever it's called, and I just keep some junk in there that won't quite fit in these little panels here. But anyway, that's that part of it. That's why I went with the Thrashin, just because I watched some videos, looked at reviews and all that. So how does the bike feel? Well, again, the bike feels more nimble. It feels sportier. It is a very comfortable ride. Would I do it again? Knowing now if I knew then what I know now about the way that I like to ride the bike, I would have went with this setup in the beginning and saved myself $700-800 on the other bars. That was buying the bars, all the wiring, all that. So with saying that, I think that I would probably go with this setup. If I was to get a new bike tomorrow, I would probably have a set ordered, just because I've gotten so used to now how the bike rides and handles, and how much I like it more than than I did the 8s. Again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the 8s. I had them on this bike for a couple of years, and I really liked them. They were very comfortable. Anything, I'm gonna say anything, that's not a fair statement. Most aftermarket bars, I'm going to say, are better than stock. I don't like riding down here. I don't feel like the bike is as nimble. And you can see I'm just barely touching the bar, and you can see kind of how easy the bike wants to lean and go into a corner and stuff. So I feel that having the bars up, having, you know, more in line with my body, I just feel that, you know, if I just need to push on this and lean that way or pull back, I can whip this bike around so much better now than what I could with stock bars. So anyway, that's my spiel on it. This is what I got. The bike's a little bit dirty right now. I did install new headlight and all. Y'all can watch the previous video and see that. And I'll be doing a quick little review on what I think about that after I get a few more night rides under my belt on it. I don't always ride at night, especially this time of year, just because I went out the couple nights ago, and I left the house, and I don't have heated gear, but I left the house and it was 49, 50 degrees outside, and I went and rode for about an hour in the dark just to make sure that I had the headlight where I wanted it, as far as being aimed. And I'll tell you, it got pretty cold. My fingers got cold. But yeah, other than that, I don't do a lot of riding at night this time of year, just because I don't have heated gear. But that may be something that comes in the future. May look into some of the hot wired stuff, some of the Kimimoto. I've seen some reviews on some of that stuff, so not exactly sure what brand I will go with, but I may look into that. I watched Kelly B. Glyden's video the other day, and I will tell you, he had some pretty good insight to the hot wire heated gear, so I do kind of like that. So I may end up going with something like that, but anyway, I'm not there yet. But if this is your first time to the channel, guys, hey, please check out the content. If it's content that you like, please like, subscribe, share. If it's content that you don't like, guys, hey, I hope you find someone out there that help you and give you the information and feedback that you're looking for. Anyway, I hope everyone has an absolutely blessed day, and until next time.